People that go to work every day, they love it. They can't wait to go to work. They get upset at the end of the day when the streetlights come on because it's time to go home. Not because they don't want to go home, but because they love their job so much. That's the group I want to talk about today. A bit more about the numbers in a sec, but if we look at why engagement became so popular, it's because there's really something in it for everyone. From an employee perspective, engaged employees are much more happy. They have a much better line of sight between what they want to do in your organization and what you're trying to do. They have a better relationship at work and at home. From a company perspective, we attract and retain people more when they're engaged. It's more profitable. We give better customer service. We deliver things on time. Basically, what I'm telling you is it takes twice as many employees to do the same amount of productivity when they're unengaged. When I first started talking about it, I've been talking with generations since probably 2005. When I first started talking about it, it was normally because somebody in their 40s or 50s at the time, baby boomers, would call and say, Eddie, how do we get those darn young people to work? I got to tell you, I'm getting as many phone calls right now from young people saying, Eddie, how do I get those darn old people to work? So we're at a place right now where it's not about, how do we get a generation to work? It's how do we all effectively work together, and how do we all get the most out of what we bring to the table based on the unique value we bring. And that's really probably discover you might not fit into the stereotypical age group that you fall in. Some of you could be X generation and be very old souls and feel much more like the characteristics of a boomer. I personally am a boomer, but I fit much nicer into the category of an X generation. So basically what I'm telling you is if you and I work together, that I would find out what's unique about you and not necessarily pigeonhole you into that, but at least I would take the time to learn what your values are based. But I'm going to give you some kind of blanket values that are basically because of when they were born. What if you could take that skill of the thing that you're good at and move it into an area of your life of an activity that you're not completely happy with the results? And what if it was as easy as simply changing the way we think? We were sitting down chatting, and he looked at me and he stopped me and he said, Eddie, if you would change the way you think, your whole life would change. And I said, what are you talking about? He said, you have what I call stinking thinking. I said, I have what? He goes, you focus your attention on the obstacles, the reasons why you can't do stuff. Whenever you would talk with them, the first thing you'd say, well, it's probably not going to work because of. He said, you got to focus your attention on the outcome, where you want things to go. Ready? 1, 2, 3. Yeah! Oh, that's actually good. That's you're right up there.